Today we are going to be recapping and reacting to a bunch of things that took the entertainment world by storm. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I am your guy with too many YouTube channels. So we have a bunch of things picked out for us, and for the person picking this out, I am only making sure that there's things that I personally know about, things like the Fantastic Four. I'm not going to be speaking on movies that I'm not familiar with, okay? So Pedro Pascal ended up posting this on Instagram, and I did see this. It's talking about, it's just the idea that Superman and the Fantastic Four are releasing so closely together, and both of these movies can kind of coexist. I know a lot of people have looked at this and a lot of people have said like it's super cringe, but I think it's cool, man. I think people get way too invested into their own fandoms, like, oh my god, we have to make sure that Superman succeeds and the DC universe, the Marvel universe fails, you know? I like movies individually. I am going to see both of these movies. Actually, at the time of recording this, I am seeing Superman tonight, so there will be a movie review by the time you're seeing this, if you're seeing on the date of this reviewed tomorrow, so look out for that. I just think it's cool, man, but what a couple people had to say about this. Peak recognizes peak. Fair enough. Fair enough. I like that, you know? There was another another reply had this to say, Space Cowboy, nah, Marvel's next slop shouldn't be in the same art with Superman. This is the type of thing that I'm talking about. There's always a lot of people who just really hate their fandom being part of anything else, okay? Let's continue on to another post that ended up getting 6.7 million views. Amir Han said, imagine being an extra for this scene with Margot Robbie and this is your job. I believe, we're going to mute it for copyright purposes, but I believe it's just where she kills. Oh my god. I'm guessing that it's the scene where she just, you know, chokes him out or something, right? Yeah. Yeah. We don't want to get a copyright strike over here, but yeah, you know what? I never actually thought about that because that just was an extra. Kind of true, man. Kind of true. Sir, please stop turning around. We need you to face the camera. Oh, dude, could you imagine if somebody like messed up like that, man? That'd be disgusting. Don't get me wrong, but it's just, I can see it happening. Nenny would have lined up to do this for free. Dude, you know what? For extras like that, you wouldn't even have to pay them. That's true. I wonder if anybody actually by the off chance knows how much money an extra would make. Please let me know, like, down below. Like, how much money did somebody make for doing that? But let's continue on to another post by Culture Creep over here, okay? Chris Hemsworth releases a statement and thanks Marvel fans for supporting him as Thor. Oh, I saw this. Playing Thor has been one of the greatest honors of my life. For the last 15 years, I've held, I always pronounce it wrong, guys, I'm sorry, Mjolnir and then Stormbreaker as the God of Thunder. But what made it truly special was sharing it with all of you. Your passion, your cheers, and your love for this character have meant everything to me. Thank you for making my journey through the MCU unforgettable. Next up, Doomsday. Excuse me if you could hear my notification over there. A lot of people have been talking about Thor, like this being a goodbye message, and it really does seem like it. I think it is. What is he? How old is he, man? How long can he keep up that physique for? Of course, like, unless you get into steroids, and you could, I wouldn't shock me if he already was on steroids, but he's getting older now, and I'm almost sure he has a family too, so would he want to keep playing Thor? Maybe Thor's actually going to be, you know, meet his end in Avengers Doomsday, and I personally really don't want to see that, man. He's one of my favorite characters. One of the top replies, 15K likes. Yeah, he's getting cooked. Yeah, it does seem like it, man. The entire character was massacred the moment Taika stepped on board. Doomsday will ruin him even more. I believe this is the director for Ragnarok, which I'm guessing based on the reply, this is what we're talking about. But yeah, I actually really loved Thor Ragnarok. It was just, the thing was, I'm okay with Thor being a little goofy and a little jokey, but they massacred his character in Avengers Endgame. Thor, the God of Thunder, and like how badass he was, I don't see him as a guy getting addicted to beer, getting a bunch of weight, and just playing video games, you know? That wasn't Thor, and I believe that was where they really massacred his character. But I don't think they massacred it in Ragnarok. I think that because he was still jokey, but he was still the God of Thunder. He was still having his badass moments with the Hulk and his ending scene. Like, they still captured the aura, for a lack of a better term, that Thor had very well in Ragnarok. Too bad Disney took a character going on a great character arc and turned him to an idiot. It's not superhero fatigue. This is Disney Marvel apathy. Yeah, I get that, honestly. I get that. And I would have preferred Thor to stay on the character arc that he was, but again, they did absolutely ruin his character, you know? Let's continue on to Bella Ramsey is reportedly being eyed for a big Marvel role. All right, I can already see the comments and what this is going to be like. Oh, man. Oh, this poor girl, man. This poor girl, okay? I seriously wish he would just drop. Wow! I seriously, she thinks she wish she would just dropped out of acting. Some people just don't need to act, period. She doesn't have the look for it. She ruined The Last of Us, and now if Marvel casts her for any role, she'll ruin that character too. Do us a favor and don't cast her for everything, or anything, excuse me. You know, I'm not even sure if I've seen anything with her. I know she had a very, very minor part in Game of Thrones, but I don't even really remember the character, which goes to show that I don't care. Like, I don't know why people get so obsessed over actors. If you don't like the movie, don't watch it. Like, okay, like the MODOK thing was pretty funny, but I don't know why people have this, like, such built-up resentment for her. As far as I know, she's never said anything controversial, right? But I could be wrong about that. After an awful job she did in Last of Us, but I agree with the reply over here. Why are people blaming the actors for shitty writing? Watch literally anything else with Bella. They're a great actor. There you go. I for the most part, it usually is the scriptwriters or the directors because the actors are just doing their job. I don't see an issue with it, man. Let's continue on again to Culture Crave. Kala Liang has been cast as Chun-Li in the live-action Street Fighter movie. I didn't even know there was a Street Fighter movie happening. But I see it. I see it. And I can only imagine what the comments are going to be like for this one. There you go. You know what? Like, I hate to be that guy, but it would accurately represent the character. It was the day and not available, somebody said. Yeah, you know what? She is so overused nowadays, man. It's so true. Can't say I know much about her. She seems to be a newcomer to the industry. It's cool to see that they're going lesser knowns for the roles than just relying on bigger names, though. Gonna be interesting to see how it turns out. Hopefully she does Chun-Li some justice. I agree with this. I like the fact that they're bringing on new people because I have this stupid thing, and I would imagine that some other people have the same issue as well, where you have somebody who carries over from movie to movie. Like, perfect example. I'm going to see Superman, and spoiler alert, okay, skip like 20 seconds maybe. I got spoiled for who Supergirl is, and I already know that I'm going to, and forgive me, I don't know the actor's name. I'm not going to see her as Supergirl. I have issues because I am a big fan of Game of Thrones and House of the Dragons. I can only see her as the character that she played in House of the Dragons. It's like the issue I'm going to have with Iron Man or Robert Downey Jr. playing Doctor Doom. I get that they're going to have some story on it, but I just, I can't, man, you know? I like the fact when they continuously bring on new characters. Same issue I have when I watch anime shows, where I recognize the voice. Demon Slayer, I love, but there's a character that's voiced by Eren in Attack on Titan, that's all I hear, you know? So I like the fact when they constantly bring new people on, okay? Let's continue on over to Culture Crave. Superman director James Gunn on online criticism. I do tune out most of social media, but every once in a while someone will say something that's always the weirdest stuff. Then I go, I might be, yeah, I did see that. Whew, that wasn't necessarily a... You know what the problem is? I understand what he was saying, and I actually don't think that he meant to... I don't think that he meant to, you know, we're going to watch a clip over here. I don't think that he meant to be, you know, say the thing that he said. It just came out wrong, but, you know, he could be. Yeah, it just depends on the person.
Relatable when he was saying, I don't go online, but clearly he actually gets affected by some of the comments from time to time.
That's right.
And obviously you're active online. We've seen what you've had to deal with.
That's right. A couple of little things.
A couple of little things here and there. Was any of that infusing in here cathartic for you, or why did you want to incorporate Superman's
and he's gonna drop him. We already read the response over here, but just listen to him.
Responses that he has towards online criticism?
Well, obviously I relate. You know, I mean, obviously I relate to that. I do tune out most of social media, but
and you do have to do that if you're somebody in the online space, right? And I've learned that as I was growing as a YouTuber. And if you're watching this channel, I have multiple other channels.
Every once in a while there'll be somebody who'll say something. It's always the weirdest stuff. It's never what you expect. Some weird thing that I go, God, that guy, I'm gonna, you know, and then I go, I think I might be getting upset about something a 12-year-old in India is saying, you know.
Why though? Why was that the choice of words? I understand his point. But people are getting real upset about this one.
Yeah, I'm like, let it go. But
this other guy too, hang on.
India is saying, you know what I mean?
Look at his reaction to it.
Let it go. But I think that was really about, that whole scene, in fact, is about focusing on the personal human side of Clark.
Okay, so he gets into Superman after this, and like he just continues on and didn't really understand what he said there. Oh my, James Gunn, to those who go against his will. Oh, sorry. I don't know what I expected to see. I expected to see some replies. I just didn't expect to see that one, man. But that's all we have for the James Gunn situation. Let's continue on over to MCU report. MCU Phase 5 has officially ended. What projects do you think are the best project, worst project, most underrated project, and most overrated project? Ooh, Guardians 3 was the best, I would say. Guardians 3 is the best. The worst project, I haven't seen all of them, but it's got to be Ant-Man. Got to be Ant-Man. Loki was also really, really good, too. I know a lot of people are probably going to be over Deadpool and Wolverine, but actually, I hated, I mean, hate's a strong word. I didn't like Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. Guardians was great. Didn't watch. Loki was really good. I haven't watched season 2. Haven't watched these two. Deadpool and Wolverine was really good. Heard horrible things about Agatha all along. Still haven't watched this. Thunderbolts was really good. And I haven't watched Ironheart here. So, unfortunately, there is some catching up that I need to do on. The best is Agatha, okay? Worst being Secret Invasion, underrated Brave New World, overrated Deadpool and Wolverine. Ooh. Calling Deadpool and Wolverine is overrated. I understand. I understand where you're coming from, but a lot of people might not like that one. Best project being Loki, worst Secret Invasion, most underrated The Marvels, most overrated Deadpool and Wolverine. Interesting how we have another one there, too. Deadpool Wolverine was just fun. So I could see it like being overrated because people are praising it to be like this really, really good movie. Best project being Loki. Dude, is this an official artwork for Loki? I still haven't seen the second season. That's really, really clean, dude. Or if you just came up with that, like, I don't know who made that. I don't know if it's official Marvel, but that's really, really clean. I really enjoyed it from what I've seen Loki so far. Let's continue on, circle over to something non-MCU. I think we've been talking a lot about the MCU today. The Boys out of context clips. Erin Moriarty saying her final goodbye to the boys via IG. Honestly, fuck, don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. The tears have begun, the posts are incoming. I said goodbye to most of my work family today, and I'll be ready to smile about it when I'm ready to smile about it. To my boys fam, I love you, oof, forever. Yeah, just, representing the boys accurately. It sucks, man, because The Boys is one of my favorite shows, and it sucks that it's coming to an end, but you know what? Maybe it's coming to an end at a proper time. They're also replying, I'm guessing this is something that she also posted. Just a bunch of screenshots from The Boys, which is, looks like they're having a lot of fun together, man. That's cool. Please don't kill us, Starlight. I'm begging you. Please don't kill her off. Let her be with Huey. I don't think that The Boys is going to have a good ending, to be honest with you. But let's continue on. Circle over to Pixar, okay? Pixar's fall off needs to be studied. I don't even know what these two are. But this has 28.3 million views over here. So, and I'm not familiar with who this is, by the way. Is this somebody significant? Oh, interesting. I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with who this person is. But I don't mean to be disrespectful. You know how those guys are like, oh my god, somebody has amassed a little bit of a following for themselves. Don't mean to be one of those guys. I just don't understand those two movies. But yeah, I guess Pixar still had some good stuff. Like, I loved Inside Out, Kill this art style. I so agree with this. This art style is gross. It is disgusting. Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good, man. I don't like that at all. Pixar needs to stop making kids movies that are just autobiographies of weirdos. Oh, crap. The name of the movie's escaping me right now. Not The Wild Robot. You guys will have to know what I'm talking about. Like, dicky dicky ducky dee dicky dicky ducky dee dicky dicky ducky dee, where he has the robot companion. Oh my god, I'm having such a big Ron's Gone Wrong? Ron's World? I think it was Ron. The robot named Ron. No, the kid was named Ron. Oh my god, I'm having such a blank right now. If you guys know what I'm talking about, it's the robot that followed the kid like icky dicky ducky dicky icky dicky ducky dicky. I'm gonna sound so cringe if you don't know what I'm talking about. I liked that one but that still was an autobiography of just a weirdo. That's a good point, man. That's a really, really good point, okay? It's like if AI tried to recreate Wallace and Gromit from a text description. Oh my god. That's actually true. Yeah, I'm so for getting rid of that art style, man. They seriously need to re-release Onward. That was peak originality right there with great character designs and a cute story. I'm surprised with all of the D&D overtones it's still being slept on. Wake up, people, and give this movie some love. Actually, I really enjoyed this movie. It wasn't like the greatest thing of all time, don't get me wrong, but I thought it was a really, really good movie. My wife was excited for this, and when we went to go see it, I was actually pleasantly surprised that it was really good. Let's continue on over to screen time. Cyberpunk Edgerunners Season 2 is now in production. New standalone story, new crew, set in Night City, animated by Studio Trigger. Spoiler alert for Cyberpunk Edgerunners, okay? You skip a couple minutes, I'm going to be talking about it. I don't remember what account it was some famous thing where it was like they added to these bullet points and it was like, David's dead. Just spoiling the entire first season, but I like this, man. I think it's cool, but I think that Cyberpunk Edgerunners is a very, very overrated show. No, David in season 2. Yeah, David's long gone, dude. It's a little bit of an issue. I'm so hyped, and I don't think we're gonna have any. You know what? I guess we could maybe have her. Maybe she comes back down. She's like the only one that survived, right? Give us a happy, give us a happy ending this time. I would actually like to see that if they actually like completely switch tunes, because everybody would be expecting to see a really tragic story with a horrible, horrible ending to just cry your eyes out. I would like it if they actually switched tunes and then made it a very happy ending where everybody, or like the main character, survives, okay? Let's circle over to Jurassic World. The most mid-movie of the year is going to make a profit while Thunderbolts flopped. I hate the general audience. Guys, you're selling... I feel like this is an appropriate thing to say, but it's truthful, okay? You're you're selling a shiny Scarlett Johansson with dinosaurs. Of course it's going to make more money. You know? That's just what's going to happen, man. And Thunderbolts was so good, but I understand why Thunderbolts kind of flopped. I don't know if it flopped, but I know it didn't make nearly as much money as they wanted it to. Everybody was disappointed by Marvel movies for how long now? But then again, I understand that people were disappointed by Jurassic World movies, but it's still shiny Scarlett Johansson with dinosaurs. I mean, you're comparing Jurassic to Thunderbolts. Man, no one really cared about these characters going in. It's not a failure. It was a box office flop, but not a total flop. Digital and physical sales will combat it with good word of mouth, and I've heard nothing but positivity. Digital and physical sales? Who buys digital and physical Oh, sorry, digital. I meant physical. Just physical, sorry. But even then, who's going to buy it digitally? People are just going to stream it. I just got really off-put by the idea of people buying physical movies nowadays. I know that there's collectors, but you get my point, okay? Do they even produce them anymore? That would shock me. Seems like a waste of money. I think you just underestimate how much boys love dinosaurs. And yeah, girls too. My 6-year-old can't wait to see this. Yeah, there are a lot of girls who do like dinosaurs, but I read this first and it was like, yeah, how much boys like girls too, because again, you're still selling Scarlett Johansson, right? It's because of ScarJo and dinos, two awesome things mixed into one. Simple math. Literally. I don't know what else to say. Like, that's exactly what it's going to be. 90% of the Thunderbolts plot was revealed in the trailer, and they defeated the main threat with hugs. Okay. It's true. It's true, but they did it in such a good way, okay? I like the way that it ended, and you can't just say it. You can't just say they defeated the main threat with hugs. I like the way that they closed that out. Let's continue on over to Culture Base. Marvel's first family, the Fantastic Four. Oh, I've seen this clip floating around because Mr. Anxiety over here has his hand around. Is it Vanessa Kirby? Is that the actor? I don't remember, but I don't remember the video. Oh, we're going to mute that for the music. Oh, yeah, look at that. Dude, could you just imagine? Could you just imagine being this girl's poor husband? But you could argue it's her fault, like, get your hand off my hip. That's crazy. That's crazy. But hey, my guy has anxiety, okay? If you're interested, we made a whole video on that over the Clenday Channel. Link will be in the description down below, like for the Clenday Channel. Yeah. Oh, my anxiety. I just need to touch girls. I just need to have my hand right at your ass. Like, come on. How do people not see through that? Okay, there was an inappropriate comment that I'm skipping right there. If Pedro's not the father to Vanessa's baby, then he needs to get his hand the fuck off her. Creepy as fuck. Yeah. And that's also possible, man. I know a lot of girls that are really obsessed with this dude, but I think it's also on the responsibility of Vanessa. But the problem is, in the industry like that, and don't get me wrong, she should still do the right thing, but I also think, like, you can't just sever your bridges in the industry that they're in, because she will get casted out, you know? Pedro is a guy with a lot of influence. Probably, I would imagine he has quite a bit of power behind the scenes, to get my point. So it's just a really, really sad reality of the world, but it does fall on the responsibility of her. And honestly, I think that people... The thing is, I can see if somebody speaks up and goes, what the fuck are you doing? Get your hand off of her hip. I could see that, like, people looking back at that person like, what? They're just taking a picture, you know? So I don't know. That's a really, really tough situation, man. The shittiest cast ever put on a screen, generational flop inbound. I'm going to give the movie a chance, man. I don't think it's going to be as good as people are really hyping it up to be, but I'm going to give it a chance, okay? Still clinging to his, to his emotional support woman. I see, this is what I'm talking about. Like, how the hell do people fall for this? It's my anxiety. I just need to hold the hands of all the pretty girls. Come on, man. If you want to talk a little bit more about movies, then why don't you check out this video on screen right now. YouTube thinks you'll like it the best. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Take care, guys.